President Zelensky, who I agree is emerging as an enormous example in leadership, was told the other day by a variety of people, hey, you better get out of Kyiv. You better get to Lviv in the west. What did he do? He took off his suits, put on his hunting gear, and said, I don't need a ride. I need more ammunition.
Well, most Americans heard the president of Ukraine make that statement. I don't need a way out. I need more ammo. But my next guest did more than just hear it. He acted upon it. He's the head of Richard Childress Racing, the very one and only Richard Childress. RC, welcome to the wind tunnel. But when you heard Zelensky make that statement to world leaders, you decided to gather some of your friends and answer the plea. Tell my listeners a little bit about it.
Well, when I heard President of Ukraine, which today he's the modern day Winston Churchill, stand and fight. And I think that when I heard that, I called Fred Wagenhals, our good friend, chairman of Ammo Inc. And it's a publicly traded company, POWW. And I talked to him and we decided Ammo Inc. will donate 1 million rounds of ammunition. I'm on the board. So between Fred and I, we got 1 million rounds of ammunition on the way to Ukraine. It's a challenge getting it out of the country, but we've got SOCOM, which is working with us, and they're the ones that's going to take care of getting it in the right hands, and that's the key.
And forgive me, I'm not as avid an understander of ammunition and rifles and guns as you are as a member of the NRA. But when I looked at Ammo Inc., one of the cutting edge ammunition manufacturers, I mean, from non-incendiary laser guided ammunition. So putting this deal together, the Ukrainians are not getting a bunch of ammo that's just been stored in a warehouse somewhere for 30 years, are they?
No, this is ammunition that has been made that was sitting in some warehouses that we were shipping out. And they started, as soon as Fred and I started talking about it, he shut down, started making the 7.62, which is like we're AK-47. So, and that's what they're using more of, and that's what they're wanting over there is the 7.62 ammunition.
I wonder, there are times when sport intersects world events, and certainly this is a classic example of it. We've seen moves by Formula One and other worldwide entities trying to single out and isolate Russia due to this invasion of Ukraine. But as you sat there and you saw this unfolding, this isn't just an effort by Richard Childress as president and CEO of Richard Childress Racing. I would have to assume that it's kind of filtered down to every man and woman that works for you at RCR. They've got to be standing up and patting you on the back too, RC.
Yeah, they're proud. You know, we're all proud of Ammo Inc. and Fred. None of this would happen without him. And I think the big thing that we're looking at today, we've had so many people wanting to donate. We've got so many, I mean, they brought cash money and left it at my winery. I've got to give that money to an organization that will take and make sure it gets to Ukraine by the means of food or whatever. And we may be working up another 1 million rounds of ammunition from Ammo Inc. headed that way. But, you know, we've done the 1 million and hopefully we'll figure out what we can do to get the rest of it.
Richard, this may be a stretch, but when you look at the emergence, as you just alluded to, and I think the world's beginning to agree that President Zelensky is very, very reminiscent of World War II and Winston Churchill, just by the way he's going about representing the Ukrainian citizens. But I find it somewhat similar to what you did throughout your entire career. You were not afraid to take an exit ramp that others would have chosen not to take. You've been your own man. You've pursued a dream that started at Bowman Gray Stadium. Look, you and I go all the way back to when you were towing the CRC #3 on a ramp truck to every race. Do you identify a little bit with someone that has that foundational individualism to motivate them and to lead?
Well, I think the biggest thing, just like the president, I struggle saying Zelensky. I think I'm right, but president of Ukraine, he's a leader, and he's got his people following him. And in my world, I've been fortunate to surround myself with some great people with the same ideas and the same passion and goals I have. And the president of Ukraine, his passion is his country and his people, and he'll do whatever it takes to take care of them.
Well, you certainly started the ball rolling within the NASCAR industry. Hendrick Motorsports just this past weekend committing $250,000 to Samaritan's Purse for the refugee issues that'll take place with everybody leaving the Ukraine. And then, as you said, just individuals wanting to make a pledge. So I'm sure that there will be more down the road in the coming weeks. But I want to shift gears while I have you for just a minute. There have been so many wonderful watershed moments in your career. There's a lot of fans that maybe connect Richard Childress to the incredible career of your very best friend that we so tragically lost more than 2 decades ago, Dale Earnhardt. But it was a mutually beneficial relationship that developed between you and Dale Sr. What was the best lesson that you learned from Dale Sr.?
The thing, a lot of people, when we very first said that we were going to go together, they said it'll never work. Both of these guys are too much alike on thinking. And Dale, he would do so much for so many people and never want recognition. And he was just a great patriot. He's a great family man, and I just know that he would be proud of what his family has been able to accomplish as well.
And I think he'd be very proud of what you've just done in the course of the last couple of days, Richard, because as you said, he was the same sort, cut from the same swath of cloth. When action was needed, he didn't hesitate for a minute. All right, let me fast forward to all of a sudden, media members are talking about the resurgence of Richard Childress Racing, the performance of Tyler Reddick, and your grandson, Austin Dillon. Did you realize that you were an overnight success in 2022 with this new next-gen car?
No, it's, I've been in this sport so long, you have peaks and valleys. And, and you think you're in a valley and you're climbing out to get back on the peak, everybody takes recognition. And we haven't been in a valley. We've just been steady. We won races. We got to get our this new car, I think, kind of levels out the playing field. So if you got all the money in the world, you still got the same car this guy has. But the biggest difference in it is the biggest difference is engineering and technology. And that's what we're really pushing hard at RCR, is we're using all of our resources and engineering and technology to get the most out of this car. And we got 2 good drivers. Tyler Reddick has just, he's got one style. Austin told us Sunday morning, he said, look, if I go back to 20, I'm going to be fixing my car where I can go at the end of the day. 50 laps to go, I'm coming. And he did exactly that. Tyler, he took off and he led the race.
So the rest of this season for Richard Childress, certainly as you continue to marshal and usher your program and your operation along, what about away from racing? What's RC got on the bucket list that you're going to pursue in 2022? Big game hunting, new line of wine. I mean, you know what? You're a Renaissance guy, RC.
I'm into everything. So right now, the PBR, Professional Bull Riders, I don't know if you're aware.
Oh, yes, I am.
They're starting a team series. You got the regular riders that ride up through the year. Now, after that, they have started 8 teams, and we're going to draft our 5 riders in May. Each team will have 7 riders and 3 substitute in case they all get hurt or one gets hurt. And so we're going to be in the PBR bull riding arena.
Why does that not surprise me? Richard, it's always a pleasure. My personal wishes for your continued success, my best to your family. And listen, what you're doing is beyond admirable. I think it just shows the leadership that you have exuded throughout your entire career. And I do appreciate your visiting with us.
Yep.
You're inside a little bit different wind tunnel that you're used to.
Yeah. Hey, Jack, let's leave everyone, and thank you for having us on, but let's leave everyone, pray for the leader of Ukraine and all the citizens. They need prayers now too.
Indeed. And certainly we all do offer our prayers and our compassion. RC, you take care.
Thank you, guys. See you. Bye.